Take a slow breath in and let it out quietly. Again, in and out. You are safe, you are comfortable, and you have nothing to do now but drift. We're going for a gentle ride tonight, a night train through the rain. You're standing on a small platform at a quiet station that feels like a memory. The roof above you is made of old glass panes, each one holding a soft drop of rain that gathers and slides down leisurely, like time deciding to take it slow. Lamps glow with a mellow honey light, and the signs are written in letters that look familiar, though you can't quite place where you've seen them before. It doesn't matter. Nothing needs to be solved here. Everything is simple, and the night is kind. A train glides in, quiet, patient, silver with a thin line of deep blue along its side. Its windows are warm rectangles, like lanterns stitched into the night. The rain makes a soft hiss as the train settles, and the doors open with a friendly sigh. The platform smells faintly of tea and rain-soaked wood. You step inside. The carriage is gentle, cushioned seats in soft gray-blue fabric, small reading lamps at each window, and a narrow aisle that invites unhurried steps. At the far end, a kettle whispers on a tiny service counter, and the attendant nods to you with the easy, wordless kindness of someone who understands that people ride night trains for quiet. You find your seat by the window. The cushion meets you like a cloud remembering your shape. Outside, rain gathers and slips in quiet streams down the glass, turning the world into watercolor, a blend of ink blue shadows and the soft gold of station lights. The doors close. The train rumbles low and steady and begins to move. The platform drifts away like an old photograph. The lamps stream into lines, then fade into the gentle darkness of the countryside. The rhythm of the rails begins its lullaby, a soft, repeating conversation, hollow and warm, steady and certain. You can feel the calm of it settling into your chest, where your breath comes and goes like small, reliable waves. You notice a folded blanket on the seat beside you. It's soft, light, the color of distant dawn. You unfold it and lay it over your legs, the fabric carrying the faint scent of clean cotton and a whisper of lavender. It's the kind of blanket that seems to remember every pair of tired shoulders it has ever comforted. The lamp above your seat glows like a friendly planet. You turn it down until it's barely brighter than a thought. The rain taps, not to intrude, but to keep you company. Every now and then, a drop slides and disappears, like a comet trailing light. You watch the glass in your reflection, soft and slightly blurred, as if sleep is already practicing its embrace. Somewhere in the carriage, a page turns. The kettle settles. A bag's zipper whispers faintly. The attendant walks past in soft shoes, the echo barely there. In the distance, a signal shines green, and the train follows it faithfully into the heart of the night. You close your eyes for a moment and feel the sway. The world changes compartments. The day moves to a shelf, neatly, and the night takes a seat beside you. You let your shoulders soften, your jaw relaxes. The muscles around your eyes melt like frost meeting sunlight. Outside the window, the fields drift by, dark, quiet, and gentle, with low stone walls that appear and disappear like quiet thoughts. Every once in a while, a farmhouse lamp glows, and for a second, there's a tiny golden square fixed in the rain before the train carries you onward. The road sings beside the track, then veers away. Trees come in slow clusters, their leaves murmuring secrets to the water. You imagine the places beyond the glass. A small orchard asleep under the rain. A library light left on in an upstairs room. A river winding through grass so tall that it makes its own weather. You don't need to know their names. They don't need to know yours. It's enough that you pass each other kindly in the night. The attendant stops by your seat with a soft smile, holding a little tray. There's a porcelain cup of chamomile tea on it, steam rising in a pale ribbon, and a tiny jar of honey with a wooden dipper resting like a small boat on its shore. You accept it, the cup warm in your hands, the fragrance gentle and floral. The attendant nods as if to say, "Take your time," and leaves without a sound. You stir the tea once, slowly. The spoon touches the cup with a faint ring, the sound of a bell learning to whisper. You take a sip. Warmth travels through you. It finds the places inside that have been waiting for it, the places that hold lists and plans and echoes of conversations. It says, "You've done enough. You are enough. Let the night carry you." Rain thickens and thins, as weather does when it is half asleep. The train enjoys it, and you can tell. It moves with a kind of contentment. Through a tunnel, the world a low thunder. Over a bridge, the rhythm changing as the air beneath opens and sings. Across a gentle curve where the scenery slides like a slow turning page. You rest your head against the cushioning. The fabric has a softness that doesn't make a fuss. You watch the lamp's glow paint a faint, steady circle on the table edge, a moon of your own, calm and faithful. Your breath finds a pattern, easy, slow, and the train's heartbeat matches it. In the next carriage, someone laughs quietly, and the sound is like a match struck in cozy darkness before it settles into ash and memory. A suitcase handle clicks. A zipper hums. The page turns again. Another small reminder that people are out there being gentle with their time, just as you are. As the miles fold behind you, a fog drifts in across the fields. It isn't a heavy fog, no, it's more like a shyness, a soft veil that lands on the hedges and the top of the rails. The train's lights touch it kindly, and it opens a little path, as if recognizing an old friend. The rails hum, the rain continues its patient story. You take another sip of tea. The honey lingers like a quiet promise. You feel your hands loosen, your fingers uncoil. Your feet rest a little deeper, as if gravity learned how to be gentle. The blanket settles where it should, finding all the corners. You are a soft shape in a soft seat, moving through a soft night. Everything is exactly what it needs to be. The train slows a little as it approaches a small station. There is no rush. A sign drifts into view, the letters friendly and round. On the platform, a single lamp glows. A cat sits beneath it, dry and unbothered, tail curling like a question that's already been answered. A couple steps on, hand in hand, their steps synchronized with a lifetime of walking together. The doors whisper closed. The cat watches the train leave and then stretches, satisfied with the way the world has arranged itself. Beyond the station, the land opens. There's a lake to the right now, its surface dark silk with raindrop constellations. You can't see where it ends, and you don't need to. A small boat tethered to a wooden post sways just enough to let you know it's dreaming. Inside the carriage, the temperature is perfect. Your skin never thinks about it, it just knows. You shift slightly, and your body finds the easiest way to be. You let the last thoughts of the day wander away like passengers who have quietly reached their stops. The train's rhythm begins to cradle you. Click, hum, click, hum, click, hum, like a story you've always known. You let your eyes drift heavier. The lamp, the rain, the tea, the blanket, each one a thread in a very soft weaving that holds you. You notice a small card tucked into the seat pocket. You slide it out with lazy curiosity. On it, in small, clear letters, is a map of the route. Not with sharp angles and tight distances, but with gentle curves and little drawings. A leaf where there is a forest, a ripple where the river lives, a tiny star by a lookout you won't see in the night but somehow feel. Beside the map, a sentence. All the places between places are welcome. You smile. It makes sense in a way only night roads know. You slip the card back and rest your hands, palms warm, on the blanket. Someone closes their book in the next row, the soft thump of a day sighing into sleep. The kettle clicks off, its work done. The train threads into a long, easy curve. You feel it like a gentle hand guiding your shoulder. The window shows a hillside now, dotted with small trees like commas pausing in a sentence. Far above, the clouds part just enough to show a pale slip of moon, thin as a whisper, steady as a heartbeat. You look at it, and the moon looks back the way old friends do, familiar and quiet. Inside, the air has that faint scent of rain-cooled metal and clean fabric. It isn't a smell you notice unless you're already half in a dream. You follow it into the space behind your eyes, where images grow soft edges and kindness travels easy paths. Another station arrives. This one is smaller, maybe just a platform and a bench. The bench is empty, but for the memory of someone who waited well. A clock shows a time that feels right, no matter what it says. You pass it like a gentle breath, and the rain applauds the night in tiny, patient hands. The rails stretch on. Fields become a quiet patchwork, shades of deep blue and deeper blue, stitched with hedges and stone. The train accompanies you, never pushing, never pulling, just walking beside your sleep with a hand out if you need it. You don't, but it's comforting to know. You notice how your breath has slowed, how easily your chest rises and falls. The tea settles into a gentle warmth at your center, like a candle that won't burn out, only glow. You lean your head a little more against the cushion, and the world agrees to carry on without you for a while. And then, just for a few moments, the rain lifts. It pauses to listen. The train crosses a high stretch of track, and the land opens like a page turned to a picture. You can almost feel the stars above the clouds, even if they keep their secrets tonight. The wind is a soft ribbon at the edges of the carriage. The rails sing their quiet song. The world is generous. You think maybe of other nights, of lamps and roads and windows, and all the small kindnesses that carried you this far. You think of a door held for you, of a spoon and warm honey, of a voice that once said, "Rest," and meant it. You place those thoughts on the shelf where you can reach them in the morning. For now, sleep knocks, polite and certain. You answer by closing your eyes a little more. The rain returns delicate. It touches the glass in slow, round notes. It doesn't want to keep you awake. It wants to hum you under. Every drop is a dot in a sentence that ends with peace. The train begins to slow again, barely. Perhaps there's a valley ahead or a river that asks for quiet. You imagine a bridge arcing gracefully, wood and steel and trust. You imagine the river below carrying its own passengers, leaves, reflections, the pale idea of the moon. The train obliges the night with softer wheels, and you drift a little deeper. Your body knows what to do now. It has found its gradient into sleep. Your mind watches the last few scenes: a station lamp, a cat's tail, a cup's steam, a thin moon. One by one, they dim. Not gone, just resting somewhere safe, like books closed with the ribbon to mark where you left off. The attendant passes once more, so quietly that it might be only the idea of kindness floating down the aisle. A soft blanket is adjusted on a nearby passenger. A lamp is turned down, a fraction only. The carriage breathes as one being, content and untroubled. You let your thoughts drift to a slow shore. The night train keeps moving, but your part can rest, knowing it will bring you where you need to be. The rails will count for you. The hours will fold themselves. You have nothing to carry, nothing to plan, nothing to hold on to but comfort. If a thought arrives, it arrives like a feather, light turning in the air, so gentle that it decides to settle on the windowsill and watch the rain instead of asking you for anything. If a worry wanders by, it sees the closed door, the lamp's hush, the blanket's promise, and it takes a different road. If a memory checks its pockets for you, it finds you are already tucked in by the night itself. And so we go on, through soft miles, you and the train, and the rain and the moon. You in the steady hum that matches your breathing. You in the safe, unhurried dark that wants only for you to rest. In a little while, not now, the train will arrive at a quiet station with the name you recognize in the morning light. There will be warm bread and a street that smells like fruit and dust and something sweet. There will be a sky just waking up, and your footsteps will be the softest ones. But that is for another time. For now, the carriage rocks you like a lullaby. Your breath is the tide, coming and going, coming and going. Every exhale smooths the day. Every inhale invites the night. Your eyelids are calm doors, gently closed. The world outside becomes a watercolor again, blurred with kindness. Inside, everything is arranged the way sleep likes it. Warm where it should be warm, cool where it should be cool, quiet everywhere. The lamp's small planet sets. The tea finishes its story. The rain writes the same beautiful word again and again on the glass. Rest. And you do. The train continues, your body heavier in the best way, as if sleep were a soft ocean and you were floating perfectly. Shoulders loose, jaw soft, hands warm, feet easy, breath slow. There is nothing left to do. You are carried safely and sweetly from this moment to the next. Let go and sleep.